Thank you, Jane. Welcome to Spotlight. South West Water counts the cost of the Cryptosporidium crisis.
More than 1 million bottles of water handed out, flushing the network, compensation for customers, but reassurances that all that won't mean higher bills.
The cost of dealing with the Cryptosporidium outbreak in South Devon won't be added to our bills, according to South West Water. The company says shareholders will be expected to fund the cost of tackling the incident. Around 700 households are still being advised to boil their tap water before drinking it. Around 17,000 were originally affected. Here's our environment correspondent, Kirk England.
But it's places like this that are still feeling the impact of the outbreak. Questions and concerns too over the cost of tackling it all, whether that's providing more than 1 million bottles of water or paying compensation to those people who have been unwell. But reassurances from South West Water that all that won't lead to bigger bills. Sarah Shaw is still having to boil her tap water. She says she's also concerned about what the cost of the Cryptosporidium outbreak could mean.
I do worry that it might put our bills up more. In fact, our bill went up from £64 a month to £81 in June, which I thought was a bit ironic considering that's a month we haven't been able to use our water at all. So I am concerned that it could go up more again in the future.
Households affected by the outbreak have been given compensation for the disruption. Some have received around £500, but South West Water says those costs won't lead to higher bills.
The assurance that I do want to give our customers, though, is that that bill will not be footed by customers. They will not see one penny of that going on their bills in the future.
So who will pay for it?
So like other programs, for example, our drought program over the last couple of years, £125 million for that was funded by our shareholders. Our shareholders too will be expected to fund the costs of this incident.
And some people who have been unwell have already been paid thousands of pounds in additional compensation.
Because of the miscommunication and the illnesses that my children had and us having to kind of be at home for all that time, they have compensated us.
Howard Heather is making a claim too after he was unwell. Type 2 diabetic, he was taken to hospital. He says he was told his was a case of Cryptosporidium.
Compensation to customers is correct, obviously, because they've been inconvenienced. But for those who have had the illness, which is really bad, I think compensation is the right way to go. The only worry is, obviously, that the cost eventually will be passed on to the customer.
From flushing the network dozens of times to laying new pipework and installing new kit, it's not yet clear how much the overall bill will be for tackling the outbreak. But back in May, the cost of compensation alone was estimated to be around £3.5 million. We asked South West Water for the numbers on costs, but we were told that information wasn't currently available. The company said it was focused on getting supplies back to normal. Kirk England, BBC Spotlight, Brixham.